All right, folks, we're here to get our motor installed. I've got all the bolts here for here, and the top mount on the head, and then on the floor here, I've got the front mount that comes up and bolts underneath here. That's a beautiful looking machine, and we will, I'm going to figure out some blocking or something to make this a little bit more secure to work on. So, all right, thank you folks for joining us on this kind of a difficult little operation. I mean, I took the motor out by myself. I knew that was very, very difficult. And even with two guys, it was still a dang struggle. But we got it, and I think Shane got his finger pinched a little bit, but easy job to do that on. Okay, so we have our front motor mount here. So we'll take this off. This is the bolt that holds it right up here to the frame. Come on, man, start, would you? All right. That's a 12 millimeter head on the bolt with a 13 millimeter nut. All right. Hey, let's get our duct tape here off. Oh, that left a chunk. There we go. All right, nice and clean in there. No sand. Good, good. All right, I'm gonna get that exhaust installed now. It's gonna have to be underneath the frame rail and come in right there. Yeah, there we go. That's how it goes. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Okay. All right. Now we're gonna get these. I don't even remember how this goes. I think like that. And that. And then you put your socket head cap screw in. The washer on the bolt will press down on these halves, these two parts here that clamp down, and that will hold your parts together. See, before I tighten anything down here, just to make sure, I'm going to get some compressed air and blow those holes out. Just got to thinking, I think that would probably be a good choice, just in the chance that sand could have got its way into that hole. So I'm going to step away for a moment and get that done. All right, so I'm working on getting the exhaust bolted to the cylinder. and nothing's making sense, and that's because I don't have this installed. So we'll take everything back out here, and then we'll slide that over, put these cahabases back in place, slide on in, and now that makes more sense, huh? It makes a lot more sense why the bolts are so friggin' long, because I'm like, man, these are gonna thread all the way to the back side of the cylinder. All right. Now we got her figured out. Kind of a tight fit in here, but it works. All right, so I'm not going to get these overly tight just yet, not until I figure out what I'm doing with the muffler, which I very much do not have that figured out right now. So we're just gonna leave that right where it is, and that will work. All right, I'm gonna see what we can do to possibly get things together here, get the sprocket on, and all of those good things. Got it. So now we'll take this, and you'll see the tab that hangs down there that goes in the hole in the sprocket, and then we'll take this great big nut and get that threaded on. Okay, well, that's not going anywhere. Definitely seems to be tight, but I'm gonna have to do better than that. I'll need to get a socket on that and really get down on it, and then because right now I can't bend the tab up because it's right on the point, but that's okay. We got lots of other things we can work. You know, once we have that tightened, then we can assemble everything here on the tensioning rod that comes up and comes back. We can get the brake hooked up here pretty soon. So yeah, we're slowly getting there, but it's kind of been a long day. I think maybe I've had enough. But I really appreciate you guys joining in today. We've come a long ways. We really have come a long ways. Just in one day, we've got the starter reinstalled, totally screwed up the paint, which was the whole point of removing it. That just makes me sick. And then I had to take the side of the motor off to reinstall it. But hey, that's all right. We learned a lot of stuff, and that's great. I love it. I hope you guys did too. And we got the clutch changed. I've never done that in my life. So hopefully that gives you guys just, you know, enough confidence to maybe tackle your own clutch that needs to be replaced, because it's just a handful of bolts and it comes right off. Really isn't too bad. So all right, well, thank you folks for joining. Again, I really appreciate it. Please thumbs up, Add your comments, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and don't forget to share. Share. All right, thank you folks. Have a great night. Now we have our duct tape here from our engine cleaning procedure. Got that off. There's no debris whatsoever inside, so that's fabulous. Let's see, you can see right there, I've got the little intake boot attached. I gotta get into video of disassembly and see exactly how this throttle was run. Let's see here. Oh, there we finally got it. Boy, that is a tight fit. But like I say, being as cold as it is, probably it doesn't really help a lot. As far as this rubber being flexible, you know. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this. Whoop. Drop the washer. I'm gonna get this, let's see, the brake adjuster, or the shaft, I guess I'd call it. I'm gonna try to get that installed. All right, there. All right, so that is gonna come through here. And there we are. And then, you know, so when you've got an aluminum adjuster like this and it's flared out on the end, that means that it's seen a lot of use and it's been adjusted a lot. This here has no wear, no flare. So that's kind of nice. There's a slight bend to that, and you're going to rotate that in towards the machine down here. Alright, so that's as tight as it needs to be, no sense in following that any further. Now I need to figure out where in the world and how does this bracket go together. Alright, so that's where that needs to be. As best as I can tell you, everything looks right. I mean, I guess I can kind of see the point of this brace here, just for the fact that there's a lot of stuff going on here between the braking and the chain tensioning. So yeah, all right, I got you. Let's see. So now I'm gonna take this fella and let's see if I can't get this all together. So, all right, now got this big old tensioning nut, I guess, if you want, thumb wheel, whatever. All right, so that's started. Now we will get this installed, and you can see the right here, the bolt actually goes through the hole, meaning that it's got to come out before you can put it on, basically. And I'll pull this pin out if I can without a pliers. No, can't do it. Alright, I gotta go get a pliers. Alright, let's pull that pin on out of there. washer. That back in there. All right. Yeah, I don't know. Wasn't sure which would be the easiest way to do this. It's there. Now, I need, this should be the bolt here that goes in to it here, but let's see. Yep. All right, so that threads in like it ought to. How that should go now. So that, now this little bracket here goes from the frame and up to this to support it. But what I'm going to do now is get this all tightened together, get it bolted to the frame, and then we can help draw the shaft and this lever. We can kind of squeeze them together where they need to be, because I think they're kind of sitting like this and I need to draw them into alignment. Okay, so everything is tight here as best as I know. I want to double check all of these connections here. All right. So let's see here. Now, okay, well, I can see right away that bolt there needs to come out. Okay, very nice. Oh boy, it's good to have that together. I think there's work on the back side now on the chain case, because when it was sitting on that cart that I had it raised up on, I couldn't get to any of that stuff to assemble it. So that is an up and coming project. All right, so here's our beautiful all refurbished engine cradle. And if you recall way back a couple months ago when I did all this, so you know, all these fasteners have been blasted and cleared. The foot pegs spent hours in the ultrasonic cleaner, and they look like something close to new. Really happy with that. Okay, so now I'm gonna check what size are these. Probably a 12, like everything on this machine. Yeah, I absolutely love that about this machine. I mean, unless it's a big fastener like here that, you know, holds the motor in, everything is 10 or 12 millimeter. All right, that's tight. Fabulous, fabulous. Really looking like something now. Yeah. Boy, that's awesome. Oh, it is so good to see this coming together, huh, everybody? I hope you guys are enjoying this. I absolutely can't wait to drive this. What a very cool little machine. All right. All right, guys, well, what do you think? hard to believe this little machine's coming together. What a cool little machine. And hey, did I show you guys? So, you know, you can see that this is a Vision wheel. That's the manufacturer. And they call this model of wheel the Lockout. All right, so that's pretty cool, you know, because this bolt pattern is 4x4. Not a lot of machines use that. Golf carts and chain-driven Polarises is about it. Now, the cool thing about this machine, though, is you actually do have a lockout. Let's see, which way does it go? Well, maybe it doesn't want to work right now because it's partially hooked up. I don't know, not a big deal, but it works. Anyway, so yeah, put that back in and everything is good. So now we are going to slide this fella on in here through to the other side. Let's see. All right, so I got a bolt in the bottom to hold things steady. So let's see, I've got a 10mm wrench, and let's go after it. As a matter of fact, while I'm thinking about that, in this whole situation, this doesn't hold that together at all. There, okay, it just went together really nice, really nice. Did not fight me at all. So while we're here, let's try to get this bolt tightened. And this will all have to be adjusted. There's quite a bit of adjustment to it, both on this end and on the other end. But once we're able to drive this machine and get a feel for it, we'll have to make a lot of adjustments on the brakes. Okay, that's nice and tight. I like that. Now we'll zoom on out of that. All right, now we're going to get our brake lever on. And as you can see, everything is really nice and greased, looking good. So I'm gonna press like crazy on the other side because I don't want this moving. All right, so that's on. Gosh, I don't want to hit that and goof it up again, but all right, got my impact here ready to rumble with a 17mm. And we're gonna make sure that socket is spinning in the right direction first. Here we go. All right. Woo! All right, I can't try it at all because it's resting on the cart, or not resting, but it hits the cart that the machine is sitting on while we're waiting for bearings for the stem bearings. So anyway, all right. Well, things are looking pretty good here. You know, I can't move this much, but it feels super fluid and really nice. It feels new, as a matter of fact. Here, I will show you what we got here. So the seal goes on first, then the race gets pounded on, grease that, and gently ever so gently stick the little dang balls into the grease. And now let's hopefully get this in place. Yep. I got it. All right, then this plastic cap goes on, and then the nut, and there's definitely a bottom and a top. Okay. Oh, that sure does feel nice and smooth. It wasn't smooth before, as I recall anyhow. It's been a couple months now. But anyway, you know, it felt gravelly, kind of like, I mean, it felt like there was no grease because it was just a bunch of wax. So, all right. Well, I'm super thrilled about that. I really am. So we'll go find some more parts and put them on. We'll take our freshly polished bolts and oh yeah, sorry. Set that bad boy down. I forget what were these, 17. Okay, yeah, that is really nice and rigid. Love it. Okay, now let's see, does this fit? Okay, we're good there. And we're good right there. I mean, that is absolutely perfect. Hey, gosh, love it. Love it, love it. Well, I guess I don't need to do anything else here, you know, right here, so I'm gonna go ahead and find the fasteners for this and we'll get this installed. Yep, we got clearance for it. All right. So we're gonna get a bunch of grease. We're gonna take that and get that inside of our pivot points here. This is where the suspension pivots on its mount to the forks. So, all right, we got a nice bunch of grease in there. Take the excess and get it in here. There isn't a lot of excess, so get a little bit more. Okay. Here we go. The bolts go in head first. Nut is towards the center of the machine. Oh man, is that a tight fit? Okay. All right, so I got that one bolt in. I apologize if my big head was in the way of the camera. Really sorry about that. It's this is really a tight fit. Getting this hoop just to get it into the forks is kind of a tight squeeze. So, all right, so now we have both of our bolts in, and now we've got both of our nuts on. Not sure I'm going to tighten those just yet. I think I probably would like things to move nice and easily as I get the shocks installed. But that sure does move nice and free. Yeah, all that nice new grease in there. No more old waxy grease. So, all right. Well, that's as far as we're gonna take the journey today. It's been a long day. Okay. So, well, this is a whole lot of great progress. All right. I appreciate you guys joining me on today's journey. We got some good looking work done. All right. Have a great night, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow. Okay, so here is our beautiful new axle assembly. Kind of proud of this. This was definitely a team effort for DRG. You know, really this whole machine has, especially with this wheel. Boy, yeah, this is a bit of work. Okay, so here we have our wheel. This is the side that the hub goes into. So we're gonna do, oh, that is just so nice. Fits right into that wheel. Oh God, that's great. I love it. I love it. All right, so now we can go ahead and get our lug nuts in. Okay. All right, folks, so there we are. And that is the last time I should be tightening that up like that. So, all right, very good. And then this is the brake side, which doesn't look bad, you know, because the wheel is big enough now at a 12-inch wheel where it's all still visible. So, super happy with this. It just looks great. I couldn't really be any happier. All right, so anyway, I'm here waiting for the center piece to get milled. So there we are. Okay, well, I guess for now that wraps this job. So we'll see you in a little while. All right. Let's see. So we've gone ahead and just got that done. So let's slide this into place. and snap it into place, and there we are. That is some kind of awesome. Wow, that looks great. All right, so now this protective booty thing slides on the end there, and let's see here. Okay, so we're going to take our brake mechanism, slide that fella in there. Should be clocked to about right there or so. Let's see now. I guess we'll start getting this in here. Like I say, this isn't going to be too easy by myself. Let's see. You know what? Actually, I think I better get that front fender in here before I do anything. So, yeah. So yeah, that looks kind of cool with the, yes, it's dusty, but nice to see that fender back on there. Boy, that hasn't been on there since December. Very good to see. It kind of helps tie the headlight fairing into the machine as well. Because honestly, I think the fairing looks a little bit peculiar when there's no fender on it. All right, so let's get this camera set down. Okay, so I should be pretty close. Let's see. So the first thing is I'm gonna get this boot and then the bushing on the correct side of the machine so it's there when I need it. Let's see. I think it's probably time I get this in. This locks the non-turning part of the brake hub in place. Let's see here. Boy, having a tough time getting this son of a gun to start. There we go. We got that. Now I'm gonna take a 14 millimeter and I'm gonna get that tightened up, that bracket. And in the process, that tightens up the shock on this side of the machine. All right, so now get that. All right, so now we've got that bracket locked into the hub. I think that's where we are wanting it to be, but I gotta get my spacer in here. Let's see if I can get you guys a view on this and I can still be able to do my job here. All right. So now now we can get those blocks out from underneath there. And there's our wheel, folks. Oh boy. Let's see. And it looks nicely centered. Yeah, oh boy, that is beautiful. Yeah. That is really nice. All right, now let's see where do we feel comfortable with the handlebars. I'm right here. I think that feels pretty nice. Yeah, right there. So okay. All right, so now I can actually turn things. Oh boy, it really, it's nice. It feels great. These bars were made for this trike, I'm telling you. Oh God, this is great. Love it. All right, well, I'd say we're probably about 6 hours of labor away from this machine being done, guys. How exciting is that? Oh wow, yeah, this feels all right. I like it. So now, all right, for right now anyway, that feels like a really nice location for that, so I'm liking that. I'm going to go ahead and tighten up on that. I'm telling you, it really feels good to start having this come together.